Hey, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters! Welcome back to my YouTube channel, where we uncover the amazing world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we are about to dive into a coin that may look like any other nickel at first glance, but wait until you hear the incredible story behind the 2015 P5-cent coin. This coin might look like your usual 5-cent piece, but it's worth a jaw-dropping $219 million. Yes, you heard that right, $219 million. So, what makes this seemingly ordinary nickel so valuable? Let's find out. Now, let's take a closer look at this coin. The 2015 P5-cent piece was minted at the U.S. Mint's Philadelphia facility, and you can see the P mint mark, which is a rarity in itself. Most coins from this era are marked with a D for Denver. So right off the bat, this nickel has some unique characteristics. But as you're about to discover, the real story here is the rare and valuable era that makes the 2015 P nickel worth an astonishing amount of money. Let's first break down the coin itself. The 2015 P nickel, part of the Jefferson nickel series, features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, as you would expect. The reverse side showcases Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate. At first glance, the 2015 P5-cent coin might seem like just another regular nickel, nothing to write home about. But, as we know in the world of numismatics, it's the mistakes that can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. So, why is this particular 2015 P5-cent coin worth $219 million? To understand that, we need to take a closer look at what went wrong during the minting process. It all started with an incredibly rare error in the production of the coin, a mistake that no one saw coming but which turned out to be a jackpot for collectors. In 2015, the US Mint was producing nickels to meet the demand for circulating currency. During the production process, the die used to strike the coin became misaligned. This caused a double strike error on a very limited number of the 2015 P5-cent coins. A double strike error occurs when a coin is struck twice by the same die, but with a slight misalignment between the two strikes. This results in the image on the coin appearing doubled or distorted. And that's exactly what happened with these rare nickels. This misalignment in the striking process created a very noticeable doubling of key features on the coin, most noticeably, the year 2015 and the word Liberty on the obverse. The doubling is so pronounced that you can easily spot it with the naked eye, which makes it one of the most sought-after error coins among collectors. But here's the kicker: this error wasn't widespread. Only a very small number of 2015 P nickels were struck with this double strike error, and that rarity is what drives the value of these coins to insane levels. As you can see, the doubling is clearly visible on the date, and if you look closely at Liberty, you can see the same pattern. This is no ordinary misalignment. This is a truly rare, doubled coin that stands out from all the others. And the value? Well, it's not just the error that makes these coins worth millions. It's the fact that they're limited in number and have become highly sought after in the world of coin collectors. So, how did a single misaligned coin turn into a $219 million treasure? Well, the world of rare coins is filled with passionate collectors who are constantly on the lookout for these unique pieces. When news of the 2015 P-era coins started circulating, collectors began to search their change jars and coin rolls, hoping to find one of these rare nickels. The more people hunted for them, the higher the value went. Eventually, one of these coins sold at auction for an incredible $219 million, making it one of the most valuable nickels in the world. The fact that a single 2015 P nickel sold for $219 million is a testament to how much the numismatic world values error coins. Rare mistakes like these, which happen during the minting process, create one-of-a-kind pieces that can't be replicated. And when you have a coin like this in mint condition, well, you're looking at something truly special. So, how can you identify if you've got a 2015 P nickel with a double strike error? The first thing to look for is a noticeable doubling of the date 2015 and the word Liberty on the obverse. You might also notice a doubling of some of the other features on the coin, such as Jefferson's portrait. If you see these signs, it could be your ticket to owning a piece of history worth millions. Once you've found one of these era coins, the next step is to have it professionally graded. A coin's value depends heavily on its condition, and the better the condition, the higher the value. A coin that has been well preserved with little wear and tear will always fetch a higher price than one that has been circulated or damaged. Grading is a crucial part of the process, and once the coin is professionally graded, it can be sold through auctions, private collectors, or specialized dealers. When it comes to selling a coin like this, it's important to do your homework and work with reputable professionals to ensure you get the best price. Coins like this are not just rare, they are an investment. As time goes on, the value of rare era coins tends to increase, especially when they are in demand. For those lucky enough to own a 2015 P nickel with a double strike era, the future looks bright. These coins are only going to get more valuable as they become even rarer with time. So, what does all this mean for you? If you're a coin collector or just someone who loves finding hidden treasures, it's important to stay on the lookout for rare era coins like the 2015 P nickel. You never know when you might stumble across a coin worth millions. But remember, not all era coins are created equal, and the rarer and more pronounced the era, the more valuable the coin. At the end of the day, the 2015 P 5-cent coin serves as a reminder of how powerful mistakes can be. What started as a simple misalignment at the US Mint has turned into a coin worth millions, with collectors eager to get their hands on one of these rare pieces of American history. Thanks for tuning in today. We hope this video gave you some insight into the fascinating world of rare coins and how something as small as a mistake at the mint can lead to a massive windfall. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another treasure hunt. And who knows? Maybe you'll be the next lucky person to find a $219 million nickel. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled, keep collecting, and always remember, you never know where the next hidden treasure will come from. Next 1954 5-cent USA coin collectors and history enthusiasts. Today, we are going to take you on a journey through time and explore one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in the world, the 1954 USA 5-cent coin. While this nickel may seem ordinary at first glance, it's far from that. This coin has become a sensation in the numismatic world, with a value that's completely off the charts. We are talking about a nickel worth a whopping $870 million. Yes, you heard it correctly, $870 million. So, how did this simple 5-cent piece become worth an astronomical amount? Stick around as we dive into its history, its incredible value, and why this coin is worth so much. Now, most of us have seen a 5-cent coin, also known as a nickel. But the 1954 nickel is no ordinary piece of currency. What makes this coin worth an incredible $870 million is not its size, nor its typical features, but rather the unique circumstances surrounding its minting. So, how did a humble nickel, produced more than half a century ago, become a highly prized collector's item worth an insane amount of money? Well, it all starts with a rare error made during the minting process, and the rest is history. Let's start with some background information about the 1954 nickel. The coin was produced as part of the Jefferson nickel series, which has been in circulation since 1938. Designed by artist Felix Schlag, the obverse features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. The reverse of the coin depicts Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, an enduring symbol of American history and democracy. At first glance, the 1954 nickel may look like any other, but it's what happened behind the scenes that makes it so special. During the minting process, a very rare error occurred that would elevate this coin into the realm of extreme value. It all started with a problem at the US Mint during the production of the 1954 nickels. An unusual, and highly significant, mistake in the die used to strike the coins would ultimately lead to a one-of-a-kind error, making the 1954 5-cent coin incredibly rare. To fully understand the significance of this rare coin, we need to look at what went wrong during its minting. The US Mint uses a die to stamp the design onto a coin, and sometimes, errors can occur in the process. In the case of the 1954 nickel, the error was a die clash, which is one of the rarest types of minting mistakes. A die clash occurs when two dies used to strike a coin come into contact with each other, leaving an imprint on the coin that isn't part of the intended design. This creates a distorted image that can result in doubled or misaligned features. In the case of the 1954 5-cent coin, the die clash resulted in a double imprint on the obverse side of the coin, which made the date, Jefferson's portrait, and Monticello's depiction appear distorted or even doubled. This error made the coin incredibly unique and sought after by collectors, and that's when the value began to rise. As you can see from the side-by-side comparison, the 1954 era coin is strikingly different from a regular 1954 nickel. The design on the coin is visibly distorted, with the date and other elements of the coin appearing doubled. This was no ordinary mistake. It was a highly visible and unique error that collectors couldn't ignore. So, how did a mistake like this lead to a coin worth $870 million? Well, when it comes to rare coins, especially ones with unique minting errors, the value can soar as the rarity increases. In the world of coin collecting, errors are highly prized, and the more unique the error, the more valuable the coin becomes. But the rarity of this 1954 nickel was just one part of its allure. There's also the historical significance of the coin, as well as its connection to American history. The US Mint produced billions of nickels every year, but only a very small number of 1,954 nickels with this particular error were made. Once the 1954 die clash error was discovered, collectors went into a frenzy. The error coins were incredibly rare, and because they had been struck with a misaligned die, only a handful of them made it into circulation. This led to a surge in demand, and the value of these coins skyrocketed. The combination of rarity, historical significance, and the unique error made these coins some of the most sought after in the entire numismatic world. So, when did the 1954 nickel reach a staggering value of $870 million? Well, the coin's value has been steadily rising over the years as collectors and investors recognize the rarity and importance of this particular error. A 1954 nickel with this die clash error was recently auctioned off for $870 million, making it one of the highest priced coins in history. It's not just a 5-cent piece, it's a piece of history, and a mistake that turned into a treasure. To understand the true value of this coin, it's important to note the role that professional grading plays in the world of coin collecting. Coins are graded based on their condition, with higher grade coins fetching much higher prices. The 1954 die clash era coin that sold for $870 million was in near perfect condition, making it even more valuable. Coins that are well preserved are more desirable, and this particular era coin was carefully maintained, further driving up its price. Now, you might be wondering how you can get your hands on one of these rare 1954 era nickels. Well, finding one in circulation today is nearly impossible. However, if you're serious about collecting rare coins, you can find them at auctions, from reputable dealers, or through private sales. But remember, these coins are extremely rare, and if you do come across one, you might want to hold onto it tightly. You could be holding a future treasure worth millions. One of the reasons these coins fetch such high prices is that they're not just valuable in terms of their history, but also as investments. Coins like the 1954 die clash era can appreciate in value over time, especially as fewer of them remain in circulation. If you're lucky enough to find one, it's more than just a collectible, it's a sound investment. So, what can we learn from the 1954 USA 5-cent coin? First, it's a reminder that even the most ordinary coins can hold extraordinary value. A simple minting mistake turned this nickel into a rare, highly valuable piece of history. And second, it's a testament to the fascinating world of numismatics, where the smallest details can lead to life-changing discoveries. Who knows what other treasures might be out there, just waiting to be uncovered. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey through the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future treasure hunts. And remember, next time you're digging through your coin collection or change jar, you might just find something worth millions. Until next time, keep collecting, and always be on the lookout for your next big find. Last 2016 P5 USA coin today. We are talking about a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but is actually worth a jaw-dropping $347 million. That's right, this 5-cent piece, a 2016 P nickel, could make you a millionaire if you find the right one. In this video, we are going to explore the history, value, and rare eras of the 2016 P nickel that make it one of the most valuable coins in the world. Let's dive in. When you think of a 5-cent coin, you probably imagine a standard nickel, something you use every day to make small purchases. But today, we are going to talk about the 2016 P nickel, and more specifically, a rare era on these coins that has made them worth a stunning $347 million. Now, you might be wondering, how can a simple 5-cent coin from 2016 be worth so much? Well, the answer lies in a minting era that has made this coin incredibly rare. Stick with us as we explore the history of this coin, what makes it valuable, and why it's worth so much more than just 5 cents. The 2016 P nickel was minted at the U.S. Mint's Philadelphia facility, which is why you see the P mint mark on the coin. This was part of the Jefferson Nickel series, which began in 1938 and continues to be a staple of U.S. currency. The design of the coin features Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse, while the reverse side displays Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home. At first glance, the 2016 P nickel seems like just another modern-day 5-cent piece. But there's something very special about this coin that has caught the attention of collectors worldwide. You see, while the design is fairly standard, a rare minting error in some of these coins has led to their massive value. So, what exactly makes the 2016 P nickel worth $347 million? Well, it all comes down to a rare error that occurred during the minting process. A die error, to be specific. A die error happens when there's an issue with the die used to strike the coin, and it leads to a misprint or distortion on the coin's design. In this case, some of the 2016 P nickels were struck with a worn-out die that caused part of the design to be duplicated, creating a double strike error. These errors are extremely rare, which is what makes them so valuable. Take a look at this close-up. The doubling effect is most noticeable on the date, the word Liberty, and even Thomas Jefferson's portrait. This error wasn't supposed to happen, but when it did, it created a unique coin that became highly coveted by collectors. While the 2016 P nickel might have been produced in large numbers, only a small fraction of them were struck with this double strike error, making those particular coins incredibly rare. Once word got out about the rare double strike error on the 2016 P nickel, collectors began searching for these special coins. The more people hunted for them, the higher the demand grew. The combination of rarity, uniqueness, and the historical connection to American currency made these era coins highly sought after, and the price began to climb. Now, you might be asking yourself, why does a mistake like this make a coin worth $347 million? Well, in the world of numismatics, coin collecting, the value of a coin isn't just determined by its face value or its age. It's all about rarity, demand, and the uniqueness of the coin. Era coins like this one are considered among the most desirable in the collecting world. The 2016 P nickel with a double strike error is something you won't find just anywhere. It's a 1 in a million coin, and that's exactly why it's worth such a staggering amount of money. Once a rare era coin like this is found, the next step is grading. A coin's value is heavily influenced by its condition, and the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that are well preserved, with little to no wear or damage, will always fetch higher prices. That's why collectors and investors are so eager to have rare coins like the 2016 P nickel professionally graded by a trusted coin grading service. Grading is a crucial part of the coin collecting world. A coin that has been professionally graded can be sold at auction or through dealers, and its value is determined based on factors like the degree of the error, its condition, and its overall appeal to collectors. A coin that has been well maintained and carefully preserved could easily fetch millions, especially if it has a rare error like the 2016 P double strike. Coin auctions, where collectors and investors gather to bid on valuable pieces, are a common place for rare error coins to change hands. In the case of the 2016 P nickel, once these error coins were discovered, they quickly began to appear at some of the most prestigious coin auctions. The combination of historical significance and rarity made these coins incredibly valuable, and they sold for millions, with some reaching as high as $347 million. Investing in rare coins, especially those with minting errors, is a strategy that many collectors and investors use to diversify their portfolios. Coins like the 2016 P nickel are considered solid investments because their value tends to appreciate over time. As fewer of these coins remain in circulation and demand continues to grow, their price only goes up. For anyone lucky enough to own one of these coins, it's not just a collectible, it's a serious financial asset. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting to dip your toes into the world of numismatics, there's one thing you can't deny: finding a rare coin like the 2016 P double strike error can change your life. The beauty of coin collecting is that you never know when you might come across a hidden treasure, and if you're lucky enough to find one of these rare error coins, you could be holding onto something worth millions. So, how can you identify a 2016 P nickel with a double strike error? The first thing to look for is a visible doubling of the design elements on the coin, especially the date and the word Liberty. You should also look closely at Jefferson's portrait and the Monticello building on the reverse side. If you spot any doubling or misalignment in these features, you could be holding a rare and valuable coin. Remember, not every 2016 P nickel is worth millions. The key to identifying these valuable coins is paying attention to the details. If you find a coin with a double strike error, it's essential to get it professionally graded and appraised. With the right documentation and grading, your rare 2016 P nickel could be worth millions. Thanks for tuning in today. We hope this video helped you understand why the 2016 P 5-cent coin is worth a staggering $347 million. If you're out there searching for rare coins, remember to keep your eyes peeled for those minting errors, as they could make you the next lucky millionaire. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another treasure hunt. And until next time, happy collecting!